Now here's Morgan. Morgan's dad, Baptist preacher from Wales. He comes over, and Abel Morgan was born in Welsh Track, Delaware, in 1713. He died here in this area. This is where he's buried, of course. He was ordained in 1734 and was chosen pastor of the church at Middletown, right here in Monmouth County, where he was in the battle. He took part in the Battle of Monmouth. But not only that, this church is important concerning religious liberty. And every time you see religious liberty emphasized in the area, you have a bunch of patriots that follow suit. Amen? Amen. So this article says Mr. Morgan was a man of sound learning and solid judgment. He was given specimens of both in his public disputes and publications, for it appears from his history that he held at least 2 public debates or disputes on the subject of baptism. And Brother Faggart mentioned this the other day. The first one was in Kingwood, to which he was challenged by a certain reverend by the name of Samuel Harker. He was a Presbyterian minister. And the other one he held with Samuel Finley, who he soundly defeated. Finley at the time was the president of Princeton, and he wrote a book, A Charitable Plea for the Speechless, which was against the Baptists. Mr. Morgan replied with an article called Anti-Paedo-Baptist Rantism, or Mr. Finley's Plea for the Speechless, and it was a sound defeat for the Presbyterians, as you can well imagine. Amen? Amen. Now one more thing, look at this. This is unbelievable. When the Baptists settled here, the first Baptists that settled here were the Holmes family. They're buried all over the state, this part of the state. And when they came, they brought their ideas of religious liberty here. Now, whenever somebody would settle in a territory, they're going to found a certain part of the territory, they had to get a patent. And if you know anything about this, you know they had to get a patent from, at this time, from the British government in order to have the territory. When the Baptists founded this area, the patent had this pledge. Now listen. They said, unto any and all persons who shall plant or inhabit any of the lands aforesaid, they shall have free liberty of conscience without any molestation or disturbance whatsoever in their worship. Now this took place in 1664. They're pleading for this.
Oh.
However, when the Presbyterians came into this area, of course they wanted to put their establishment like they always do, and they applied for a patent. Listen, here's what they said in their patent. Of course, it's against what the Baptists would say. Their patent in 1666, do the math on that 666 part. Their patent said, none should be admitted freemen or free burgesses, save such as were members of one or other of the congregational churches. And they determined as a fundamental agreement and order that any who might differ in religious opinion from them and who would not keep their views to themselves should be compelled to leave the place. That was their patent. That was a Presbyterian congregational patent for their church-state monstrosity that they were trying to keep going. But the Holmes family messed with their minds. As we